I had like a cool intro music, and then BC just totally kiboshed it backstage. He used his 47% power of show ownership and said no, and then he told me that Rocksteady would use his 12% and say no too. So I guess I got voted out of the music. But what's going on, everybody? Happy Monday, 2 days before New Comic Book Day, unless you're going after DC. But let's be real, who's going after DC these days? I know it was a last minute switch, but usually off Mondays. My guy BC just got home, so we're gonna roll with Monday. Yours truly has to work overtime tomorrow. Just a little bit more money for Terrificon. So yes, we're rolling out today. So if you're joining us, thank you. If not, what's wrong with you, man? Come on, support. But let's get the show going. Let's bring in the only co-host of the night, because our other co-host is playing baseball. Yeah,
he's in the kid league, but
baseball.
Dude, wow. Everybody's doing OT, getting ready for Terrificon, man. I see everybody messaging me, talking about Terrificon. I'm like, I'm not going, so stop. Just stop. Terrible. But yeah, no, man. I'm pumped for you guys.
Dude, you're playing overtime too. I mean, you've got like pretty much everybody who is going to Terrificon on your channel. And it's been pretty fun. I feel for you because you're not going, so that sucks.
It's all good.
What I'm going to do instead, BC, is I'm going to let you live the experience. What do I mean by that? Here's what I mean. Because you're not going, I am personally going to be sending you a Prism 2022-2023 NBA box just for you, my friend. So this box will be mailed to you. You got to open it during Terrificon, and I'm going to send it to you so you can have a little bit of fun.
You're lying.
But yeah, so that is yours, a 2022-2023 Prism box, all
Guys,
yours.
You heard this. Now let's see how long it takes to get this. I don't know if he's speaking facts, if this is truth or not, but if it is, I will unbox that shit on SpineTix. I promise.
I'll unbox it right now for you. It's empty.
Oh, okay, thanks. Yeah, there you go. I got a box.
I just figured that you would want a box just to like be like, oh, I do cards too. No, you know what? I'm gonna send you a box, man. I promise you, I'm gonna send you a box.
I have something here for you in my pocket. There it is.
Oh my god! Wow, this is why we do Tuesday, because we don't swear on Monday. But hey, man, thanks for joining. No, I'm seriously gonna send you a box. I'm gonna send you something. I'm gonna send you something. I promise.
Dude, seriously, just enjoy, man. Have fun, guys. Look, Terrificon is looking like it's gonna be a blast. I actually have the Butcher hopping on next Sunday on my show, 9 p.m. Eastern time, and we were talking to him too, man. He's doing overtime. He's like, I need that Terrificon money. And I'm like, it's crazy because you guys all talk Terrificon money, but nobody's buying comics. Where's that money going?
Yo, don't worry about us, man. You worry about yourself right now, okay? Don't worry about you. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time, man. A little more, money spent on cards or signatures or just other stuff. But anyway, yeah, man, it's gonna be a good time. We're literally today's the 16th, so we are literally 11 days away officially. So it's gonna be a fun time. But let's not bore you with that. Let's get into why we're really here. New Comic Book Day, comic news, and of course, it's just you and I. So we're gonna roll out. It's been a while for me. I have not done anything on a Monday in a very long time, so this is new to me. Wow. So yeah. So hopefully our normal visitors and people come and take a look. But if not, watch it on the rewind. But let's get it started, man. Let's go say hello to the chat.
Vamos.
And then let's roll out. So first up, we got the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. SpineTix. Sith Lordy's in the house. What's going on? BC, you have just made your appearance on there back-to-back weeks, I think.
Yeah, well, not back-to-back. I was there I would say maybe 2 weeks ago. Then I missed the other week, but I was there on Saturday. Yo, this weekend's been wild, man. It was Friday on the hunt, Saturday with SpineTix, yesterday with my show, and today with you, sir.
Yeah, you proving that having two little kids means nothing. It is easy as hell because you can do a YouTube show till 4 a.m, man. So congrats to you. I'm sure the wife was like, you know what, you're gonna be watching the kids. I'm gonna be doing something for that. But yeah, I caught a few. I was watching you guys until have you guys listening in my office until about I think 1:30, 1:45, and then I drove home and just passed out. But yeah, I was watching you guys or listening. Sorry, I keep saying watching, but I had you guys in the background from 11:15 to about 1:45. So yeah, good time,
dude. Awesome guys, man. I love Paul. I love Uncanny Swag.
Dan.
Yeah, I love all of them. Dave, awesome guys, man.
Dave. If we reach 500 people in the chat, I'll give away a Hulk 181. Terms and conditions apply.
I'm gonna use all my.
Yo, prove it, man. Prove it.
Burner accounts.
Shoot, I gotta start using my burner account. Fuck. God damn it. Yeah. Or you could just give it to your pal Sith. Yeah, we could talk, man. We could talk. The Comic-Con podcast is taking gold. I don't think the guys at the Comic-Con podcast understand how metals work. So just whoever's rolling it out, Sith Lordy, Spine Ticks took home the gold. The Comic-Con podcast is taking home the silver, and of course, my guy, the Star Wars guru. I keep thinking of that video he sent us in that chat, and I swear to God, dude, I was picturing Stone Cold just something. But Nemesis Prime's in the house. What's going on, brother? How you doing? Mr. Frank's here.
I want to point out that Nemesis has been killing it on shorts, bro. He's been doing a phenomenal job,
dude. He got the Newbieverse to sub up, man. Yeah, and it's only because I saw the short. So he's doing pretty good, man. So I'm looking to the success of what they're doing over there. You guys remember when I used to do Monday nights? No, I used to do Sunday and Tuesday, right? Yeah, I can't even remember.
You had Sunday, Tuesday. Then some jackass took your Sunday slot.
Yeah. Hey, dude, don't talk about Comic-Con like that. Come on.
Stop.
Be easy. Don't hate. Life's short. Spidey Hunter's in the fucking Canadian boys. I'm gonna say fucking Canadian boys. So then that way YouTube knows that this is not for kids. This is not meant for kids.
Yeah.
Kenneth is in the house. Yeah. Mr. Nowhere Bound's in the house. So yeah, so we got a few people in here. So let's get the show going, man. BC. Light, heavy, medium. How you feeling this week when it comes to New Comic Book Day, man?
I think it's pretty light, man. It's light, but
one book?
Man, I want to say obviously there's that one book, but there's a nice foil that I'm excited to pick up. The
Blade one?
No. No.
Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, let's go. Let's start the show. I'm excited. Like I said, happy to have you guys here. I know it was like kind of last minute, but I got the call to work overtime, so we are doing the show today. This is a hangout. I like hanging out. I like talking, shop. I like mispronouncing Star Wars characters and driving people nuts. So yeah, let's start it up. Also, we are going to be talking about Secret Invasion. The episode that happened last week, our kind of our views, and the fact that today there was a trailer dropped, which I thought was completely. I thought it was an interesting take. The fact that there's 2 episodes left. It's 2 days before the 5th episode, and then we get a trailer. Like I didn't really think.
Well, dude, most of the trailer touched on things that happened prior, right? But we did see some little bits of what's to come. So yeah. I think Marvel's purposely doing that, man, to like get some momentum back, because clearly the views and things are speaking volumes. But we'll talk more.
Yeah, and we'll be talking about that too, because Marvel's been pissing off some people. So all right, show 137 if you're keeping score at home, and we are almost at 500 shows, people. So get ready. No, I'm just playing. But one day soon, we will hit 500. So
dear Lord,
I'll be surprised if I start doing shows every day from my car, from the washroom. Yeah, like who knows? But
don't be that guy.
All right, let's get it going, man. I can't wait to introduce you to Dynamite Pick of the Week this week. Now, here's the thing. You guys bugged me the last 3 weeks, so I'm going to send a big FU and a big middle finger right back to you and Greg, who's not here to protect himself. But
great.
I'm going to ask you.
Boobs. It has to be.
You think it's boobs? You think it's boobs, right? Okay.
Look, I'm looking right now, man. I see some.
I don't think you're going to pick. I don't think you're going to pick the book I'm picking.
Oh, you're going Garson.
No, I'm going Red Sonja #1 cover J. Yes, the blank variant. You know why? Because you could take this to an artist, get them to write, paint a middle finger, and then I'll sign it, and that's what I want to do.
That's terrible. Absolutely terrible, because there was a red one. I thought that one was nice.
Nah, I saw the red one too, and I was like, maybe I should do that, but no. We are going the Red Sonja #1 cover J. If I had it and I was slick and I was the best at YouTube live stuff like my man Sith Lordy is, I would have that clip ready that says boo this man, or The Simpsons, do you like pants, and then just throw the pants on the stage there. But yeah, Red Sonja #1.
I actually thought this was a Garson. It's not. It's a Giovanni. So check this out.
Giovanni. Ooh, that's nice. Actually, that's super nice.
Doesn't it look like a Garson cover?
Yeah, that looks super nice, actually. So
yeah. Giovanni.
Yeah, you would like that. All right, let's get it going, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get on to New Comic Book Day. And here we go. First up, we've got something that's up some people's alley, not myself. Radiant Black new story arc is coming. So the Radiants were stolen. An empire vaster than space has come to claim them. Yeah. The world is here.
The end of the world.
Yeah, I could really care less about this, to be honest,
man.
Yeah, I'm not. I haven't fallen for this stuff, man.
Oh,
I haven't. I can't get into it, man. I can't. I really can't.
Terrible. I'm loving it, man, and honestly, I'm excited because this kicks off a new arc, as you can see right there in the description. And what's cool is they have a cover here, and there's another cover that makes a connecting cover that is pretty neat. I don't think they've labeled it a cover A or B. I think they're both cover A's, but regardless, neat covers, and I'm excited to see where this story goes now from here, man.
We've had a few people say, that they're not digging it, like the Radiant Pink. I think the one that caught a lot of people was Radiant Red, correct?
For me, it was Rogue Sun.
Rogue Sun?
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm okay passing this, but I will say this. Every time I look at my comic shop or I look at, certain auctions, right, throughout the week, Radiant Black in a 9.8 #1 is always selling. There's always copies. People are always buying. They always go a little bit over.
Yeah.
I hate it because like the first day that the auction starts, you kind of get all the books that you want. You're like, oh man, if it stays at $1, I'm definitely buying it. And then the last like 2 hours, it's like, $100, $120, and you're just like,
wow. Dude, the 9.8s are going relatively cheap, man. I think they're sitting at around $60 to $80 Canadian. So it's a good time to buy, man. I have faith in this. Kyle Higgins is fucking crushing it. So
yeah. So we'll see. I'm digging it, but yeah, I just don't want to fall down this rabbit hole. Like I said, I'm trying to do this rabbit hole right here now. So
empty boxes, yeah,
empty boxes. You know how I do. So yeah. Speaking of, going down certain rabbit holes, if you start talking to VCJ, Mr. Vancouver Comic Junkie,
my man,
prepare yourself, because you might leave that conversation wanting to buy VHS tapes. He just sent a picture in one of our group chats, and he actually has received some CGC graded VHS tapes, and they actually look pretty dope, man. Like they actually look pretty dope. I actually have a few, because anytime I see any sealed VHS now, I always think of Chris, and I always just pick them up. So I've got like 3 or 4 of them in the back here that I've just found at like flea markets or whatever. And I don't know. Now I'm like, man, should I grade them? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
Do it.
We'll see.
And then gift it to Chris, man.
Gift it to Chris. Yeah. Oh, I mean, he's already got like. Here's how I think Chris's house is. I think Chris lives in like a 9-story house. 2 floors is just raw copies, like long boxes everywhere. 1 floor of all VHS, then 2 floors of all CGC graded. 1 floor for his kids. 1 floor for his wife.
Doesn't he have like a string of Ferraris on the 5th floor?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So we'll see. He's saying eventually I will get all of you addicted to them. Yeah. And you know what? I'm looking forward to the ones that you get, man. They look pretty cool. So start making some content. Let's see them. Show them off. Mr. Zach Sports Cards and Collectibles. What's going on, man? How you doing, brother? Yeah, this guy sends me down rabbit holes too, because he's into like all the stuff too, right? So it's pretty dope. So go follow my guy Zach.
All right, next book on the list, and I was hoping Rocksteady was here for this because he loves Jeff the Shark. But we got Extreme Venomverse with Jeff the Shark here. Just simply a cover buy. There's probably going to be a few people chasing this one. Don't necessarily think it's going to hit any high ceilings or anything like that. But I mean, the way he talks about this character, I could see it being something, especially with how popular Venom is. Add the two together. Who knows? Not that many covers as well, so could be something down the road.
No, there's, I think, maybe 3 covers, if I'm not mistaken. I think, look, I'm not a fan of Momoko. I think this is a neat cover, but what I'm really excited for, I know you said that maybe this won't hit, but there's Kingpin, who is a Kingpin character. Well, it's Kingpin with a symbiote, technically. But there's this baseball guy, man, that I think his name is it Major League Venom, something like that. But yeah, man, they have this baseball Venom character that looks pretty cool, man. The design's nice, man. I hate to admit it. I hate to admit it.
What's going on with Venom, man? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Are you grabbing this? Did you grab it?
Yeah, I didn't go heavy, man. I just grabbed myself, I think, 1 copy of the cover A and this one, and that's it.
Well, good luck. I could see it being something. I don't think a lot of people might have ordered it. Extreme Venomverse is not really taken off like extremely. Like there's still a lot of copies at my local shop. Big B. Shout out to Big B.
No, for sure. But dude, that issue 3 popped heavily, man, with Necroco, the manga one. So
yeah, no, that's
cover A's are still, well, they're starting to creep a little above
4, not 3.
4, my bad. I don't know why I said 3. I'm mixing it up with Edge of Spider-Verse. But yeah, man, I think that one character definitely has a lot of potential. So,
well, we'll see. Like I told you, man, cover A for issue 4 is still on the shelves.
Yes.
So I might go grab one just because that manga. Like the more I think about manga,
I would, dude. I would.
Yeah, I think it's selling for like triple the cover price as well. I think cover A is selling for like.
No, it's not. So on eBay so far, it's slightly above cover price. But I've seen some going for about $10-15 Canadian. But
dude,
more frequent sales are about that $7-8 range plus shipping, right? Which is
dude,
like $400.
You do that 1,000 times or 10,000 times. I mean, you're controlling the market.
Yeah.
Right. So just think about it like that. Just
this
saying.
Guy.
All right, let's get into it. Mr. Blade #1. So we got the cover A on the left there, and then we probably have the one that everybody is going to be chasing. Everyone's probably going to be posting it, but it is the negative variant. So we saw the success that what was the last couple ones? So last week we had the Moon Knight one with the Green Wolf, right? Werewolf. Yeah. We just had Vision, I think about like a month and a half ago.
Yep.
And then am I missing any or no? Just the one, right? That was it. Just Vision and Werewolf, right?
No, well, the Werewolf one was on the Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, those are the last 2 that have really come out.
Yeah.
This one from the start kind of had those Elektra #1. Remember when Elektra had that one cover? I can't remember who did it, but it kind of has those vibes. I could see this being like super hot, something that a avid Blade fan goes to get, or those negative space fans go. But I don't know. I'm okay skipping on this one. Yeah.
So speaking covers, man, I gotta just admit it, dude. John Tyler Christopher is absolutely killing it. I love his covers. That one on the right, man, is a banger. I think it's neat. But Marvel, regarding the story, there's going to be a first appearance in here, and Marvel released an article about a month ago that the character's name is Adana. So
Adana,
yeah, Adana, and there's even a preview in there, and I think the design looks pretty neat. So I'm gonna read the hell out of this book, and hopefully they do Blade some justice in comics.
So you read comics?
Sort of.
Okay. No, I just want to make sure.
Fucking right, I do, baby.
All right, I'm just asking, dude. I'm just asking. Yeah. You know how they say like don't meet your heroes? Like I've met a lot of like comic people that say they read and they don't. So like,
yeah,
I'm just wondering, man. I'm just asking.
Did you just say I'm your hero? Is that what you're trying to say?
I mean, okay. You know what? You get a channel. You get okay. All right, Hollywood. Hell down, man.
What Hollywood?
All right. Let's go on to probably the book that a lot of people are going to be chasing. A few people were going after it last week, right? Moon Knight 25. BC, even when we were talking, for the past couple of weeks, you had made the comment, like you never know when the character is going to show up. They could kind of maybe give it a cameo at the Moon Knight 25 last week. We didn't. We just got Layla, but now we're getting the first Scarlet Scarab.
Scarab.
Wouldn't be a newbie verse without somebody from Quebec correcting my English. Shout out was hyper. Jesus. But we did get that article in what I think it was like April, maybe March, late March, something like that. That Marvel did have big plans for Layla's character, and that she was going to be having her own comic first appearance. Here we go. So I don't know. I only got 2 copies. I kind of bit the bullet. I got 1 copy last week of Moon Knight 25, so first Layla, so covered the bases. But yeah, I mean, I really do think that if they're saying that they're going to go big with this character, she's probably going to be in season 2. She was a fan favorite. She's beautiful. I mean, I could totally see it down the road, but I'm definitely grabbing this one. Did you stockpile this one or no?
Stockpile, no. I did get a few copies. I think I got 3 copies of this particular cover here, and I absolutely love it. I don't know who the artist's name is exactly. It's there on the thing. It says
Marcelo Ferreira.
Yeah, not somebody I know too much about, but I think he absolutely killed this cover. There's going to be obviously her making the first appearance dressed as Scarlet Scarab, but there's also another first appearance that's going to be in this one, and it's Jackal Knight. So we'll see how that plays out.
Now, I do want to point out, if nobody's seen this book in their face, right? Like if you're only going by pictures, like there's a lot of detail in this book, and I don't know if people caught it, but you look at the wings and like what's supposed to be kind of shining off of them, like it's really well done with that, like kind of just showing that contrast or whatever the art term is, right? And then I don't know if people have picked up on the fact that her right eye, the makeup actually has like the Eye of Ra, like the Egyptian sign. So I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, the art, she's on the cover. It's her first appearance. It was a no-brainer for me. I bought 2 copies just
in costume. In costume
too.
Moon Knight 25, Layla is very present. It was actually a good read. I don't know if you saw, man. Marvel announced that Moon Knight is apparently going to be dying within comics, so that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, that just means that a lot of people are going to say like it's racism and this and that, and then the character's probably going to be writing a comic.
No, it's not Miss Marvel.
Like 2 months later, and like that's probably what's going to happen. I think that's the new trend.
So. Probably, but there's also, because I saw Rocksteady just popped in on the chat. There's a neat Moon Knight cover, City of the Dead cover by Scotty Young. So
yeah, that's the black one with like the snowy, what seems to be like a cemetery or something. I think
it's not snowy; it's the stars behind.
I think I'm thinking of the wrong book, but
you're on the ball. It's just not snow. It's
okay, whatever, man. Jeez. The new trends are bad.
Yeah,
definitely 100%.
Or maybe it is snow. I don't know. I gotta see the.
Oh, there's a lot of holes in this story, dude. Come on, man. You're either with me or you're with that. Not.
I thought it was stars.
All right, BC. Got any mentions for the people?
Dude, for me, it's really that Harley Quinn.
Foil.
The black, white, redder #1 foil. It's a beautiful cover by Art Germ. I like it, so I'm picking that one up. But other than that, story-wise, man, I can't really think of much. There's obviously Star Wars books.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I do want to say, I noticed our big brother, Mr. Rocksteady Collectibles, in the chat. I just want to give everybody a notification. Usually I give out medals at the start of the show. Mr. Rocksteady ended up getting himself a bronze medal for real this weekend as his softball T-ball team made it to the finals, I guess, or something, and they got 3rd place. So congratulations on your bronze medal, bro. I know he had like 14 games or something like that he played.
Yeah, Rocksteady was a slugger. We saw live action videos, and the guy was hitting home run after home run, but his team let him down. That's what happened.
Yeah. So And that's what happens when you fake your age and you start playing with 16-year-olds or 14-year-olds, right? So next time you guys see Rocksteady, he might not have a beard because he was pretending to be younger to play. So,
Yeah.
but anyways, man, congratulations on your bronze medal. 8 games. Sorry, 8 games. So,
8 games.
But congratulations on your bronze medal, brother. All right, let's get into the news and then let's get into Secret Invasion, man, because I'm really digging this show. So let's go. First up in comic news, we've got The Authority. So we're starting off the show, comic news, with what?
It's just confusing the hell out of me because we are getting The Authority within Superman, and then we're not going to get them within Superman. So
yes. Yeah. Okay. So that's why that's mainly why I brought this up. It wasn't like, oh, The Authority's not going to be in it. Cool. Move on. Because that's usually what I would do with DC news. But okay, first of all, Rocksteady, I don't think you can compare yourself to Ricky Henderson. Okay. Let's chill out. First of all.
Ken Griffey.
Yeah, super confusing, and I think it'll probably touch on, and we might touch on probably the second slide as well. But the fact that they said that, yeah, this was, The Authority was going to be here. Now it's not. Then they just announced, I think on Sunday or Saturday afternoon, even Friday, I think it could have been. They announced, 3 characters that are going to be in it. So this movie or whatever this is going to be, literally, it went from like what it was supposed to be to this, to that, to now it's like Superman with Green Lantern, with Hawk Girl, with all the, it's like there's a lot here. Like, well, I don't know. I'm confused. But like you said, right? Like, it's like, okay, are they going to be here? Are they not going to be here? Like, what's the deal? Because there's so many things going left and right.
I didn't see anything regarding Hawk Girl and Green Lantern being within this movie. I know that the casting was done.
Well, I heard. I can't tell you because I work for DC.
No kidding.
Pictures. Yeah. So, yeah.
But dude, look, whether the Authority is going to be there or not, I don't really care for these leaks that are coming. Look, I'll give you a perfect example. We take Deadpool 3. We're getting a ton of like, this character's coming, that character's coming. It's cool. Like, it's nice to stay ahead of the game. But when it comes to this movie, especially with DC hitting the reset button, sort of, I just want a good movie, and I've got my faith within James Gunn when it comes to handling this project. But whether the Authority makes it or not, we'll see. And of course, you saw with the announcement of the Authority making their way. Yes, James Gunn announced it when he announced the DC projects coming, that the Authority would be present within the DC universe moving forward. But look, man, when we got news the Authority was going to be in the movie, books started moving again. Their books started to move again.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
It's gonna be interesting. I just hate like this Superman. Like, I like the picture, this image. I hate seeing this thing come up every time because it's literally like, okay, Superman. Okay, yeah. This character's not. It's just super. I don't know. I don't know if I'm even like gonna go see this. Like, I still haven't seen Spider-Verse, so I don't think I'm gonna rush to go see this.
Well, apparently Spider-Verse is coming to digital very soon, I believe within the next 2 to 3 weeks. But
okay, so I might just wait. I don't know.
Yeah, at this point, just wait. But when it comes to this, it's kind of funny you mentioned the picture because All-Star Superman #1 made top 10 lists so many times since the announcement.
Yeah.
But from what I'm understanding, it's not going to be based on the book. And just because of the promo that's been going on, this picture's been used heavily.
Yeah, I remember Just Cruising was looking to get this one because there's 2, right? There's like one that's got like a blank, like where like say a newsstand thing is. It's like blank or something like that. I can't remember because there's like a free comic book day version and then just like the actual comic. I don't remember 100% because I don't collect this, but I remember he had mentioned it. So yeah. It's interesting you brought up Deadpool 3 right there because when I woke up this morning, sorry, let me rephrase. When Lola and my wife woke me up, we started talking and she was on her phone and she goes, Wanda Maximoff is going to fight Jean the Phoenix Gray in Deadpool 3. And she looked at me and she's like, is that good? I was like, I mean, I hate Jean Grey, but like that movie also seems to be like what we were kind of discussing and what people were speculating on with Doctor Strange and Spider-Man, with all these freaking characters showing up. So I think it's a little much. Like, maybe let's just keep it to Deadpool. Let Deadpool be Deadpool. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not looking forward to all these like add-on.
Hey, if that's a throwdown that's gonna happen, I'm actually pumped to see that take place. But if we're gonna talk Deadpool 3, I don't know if it's within the news segment here today. Do we have more Deadpool talk?
Maybe we'll see. I
won't get into it too much. But one thing I do want to do is look at this chat. There's infamous Jeb who just made his way in. So Jeb, dude, appreciate you being here. Absolutely crushed it last night on my show, man. If you guys didn't yet, go watch the replay. Man's got energy. Fucking great time, dude.
Yeah, he's good, man. I caught it. It was a good show. He's good shit. So
yeah, knows his shit.
Man.
That's what's
good.
He
knows his shit too. Yeah.
So and he drinks with me. You don't. Fuck.
What are you talking about? I've got water right here.
No, okay.
Like I've got water. I'm just hoping that you stay on with me till 4 a.m.
Yeah, make it 5.
We'll see. I don't know about that, but we'll see.
Let's go.
Hawkeye, Superman Legacy, Superman Legacy. Cast Hawk Girl, Mr. Terrific, and Green Lantern. So Green Lantern, no guys and ladies, he's not playing Hal Jordan, Guy Gardner instead. I mean, her. How you doing? Yeah. The other two, I could really care less about, to be honest with you. I don't see Nathan Fillion. I think he's Canadian. I think. I can't butcher his name. I can't see him as Guy Gardner. I just can't. I don't know about you. I can't see him with like a mushroom cut. Like people are like, oh yeah, it'll be great. I'm like, I can't see this guy with a mushroom cut and red hair, man. I just can't.
Well, they do it though. Mushroom cut red hair, we'll see. But no, I see it, man. And honestly, There was like, this isn't the best picture for the girl Isabella, but yeah, no, I've seen some other ones, man, and I'm excited to see her in that hot girl gear. Now, the casting for Mr. Fantastic, I think it's good, man. I think it's spot on. Guy's got the look. Now, I gotta say, I'm kind of in disagreement with you when it comes to Nathan Fillion. Yeah, man. Look,
I should have a bell anytime somebody disagrees with me. Like,
yeah, feel free to boot me. Feel free to boot me. But what I do want to say, man, like, we haven't gotten Green Lantern since Ryan Reynolds, right? So it's gonna be cool to see Green Lantern again. I'm excited for that. I hope they do him some justice. And yeah, man.
Too soon. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just think that, like, well, like, okay, there's no secret. Like, I like Green Lantern. Like, that's like one of my favorite characters in the DC universe, and like all the stuff that happens with Green Lantern and stuff like that. So like, I dig that. I just don't know, because like he's a bit older. I don't know. It's like, it's not like we're talking about like a Jackie Chan or a Tom Cruise who does like his own stunts, or he's like very athletic. No disrespect to Mr. Nathan here, but I'm just saying, like, in a lot of his roles, I don't know. I get people might be like a noob, rookies, but like, I don't know, man. I just can't see it. I don't know. Maybe something else happens and I change my mind. But yeah, I'm not like surprised. But again, Superman Legacy. So now we got a situation where, like, are these characters all going to show up in this Superman movie? Like, are they?
It seems like it.
Are they taking a page out of Marvel and being like, okay, well, they're putting everybody in there. Why don't we do that? You know, like, I don't know.
I'm okay with it.
If this is their reboot plan, though, I disagree with it. And again, I work for DC. Actually, I do not. Terms and conditions apply. But you know what I mean? Like, just yeah, not a fan. So, Mr. Terrific grew on me over the years. Guy Gardner should be young and abrupt. See, that's what I mean. I was going more for like young, but
yeah,
I don't know. Because there was that redhead that was supposedly cast as it. Remember? It was like that younger guy. I remember posting about it like a year ago.
I don't remember.
No?
No.
All right.
Gronk for Green Lantern. Yes.
Gronk? No. As long as it's not like Dwayne The Rock Johnson, I think we're good.
No, I went. Rocksteady said it. I just found it hilarious.
Well, speaking about Green Lantern, rather.
Yeah.
All those Flash fans. I mean, okay, let's be honest here. I think a lot of people and maybe DC has gone 0-2 because let's be real, Black Adam, a lot of people thought, hey, The Rock is going to save it. The Rock is going to transform it. It's going to be this and that. No. And we're probably never going to see Black Adam ever again, or at least not with The Rock. And then people were like, oh no, man, The Flash, because it's got Michael Keaton and it's got Batgirl and it's got this and blah, 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 or Supergirl, not Batgirl. And then it's got this and that, and it's going to do. Well, I mean, people always make fun of the Green Lantern, but the Flash is going to run with a lower domestic box office than Green Lantern.
But dude, look, let's just dive right into it, okay? This movie had everything going against it. You've got those premieres, right? That like, dude, almost everybody I know on Instagram or within the community collecting, dude, my fucking cousins like were going to watch this premiere and didn't even give a shit about the Flash. Like everybody got free tickets to go watch the premiere. So come release, who the hell is going to watch it, right? Like I think they gave away a lot on that aspect. Now there's that Ezra Miller's mess that he created, right? Yeah. Prior to this movie even coming out.
Which one? Because
right, exactly. That's what I'm saying is his messes. We'll leave it at that. I don't think that helped at all. Now you also have the fact that people know that the DC universe is being pretty much rebooted at this point, and is Ezra Miller even going to move forward? I don't even think people cared. Right, a lot of people have lost faith within DC. This is the reality. I'm not saying this is from my perspective, but it's what I've seen. Right, people just seem to care less at the moment now. Finishing lower than Green Lantern, ouch, bro, ouch, because man, they were pumping this movie like it's pivotal, like, this is going to be huge, like this is going to hit Dark Knight status, and it fell so flat. Like I went to watch the movie, dude, my buddy fell asleep right next to me. Like I was like, yo, Marcel, wake the fuck up, bro. It was what it was. Like it's not a bad movie, but it's not a good movie. Like it was.
So I remember our good friends at the Comic-Con podcast. Make sure to check them out if you haven't. I think Justin, I don't know if it was that movie or Spider-Verse movie, one of the two. He had said, hey man, if you watched it, I need somebody to come hop on and do it. And I was like, yeah man, yeah. And then I can't remember what happened, but to Spider-Man, this day, I went with him. Yeah, okay, so it was that. But along with the Spider-Verse, right, the Flash. So we are July 17th, 10:38 p.m. Eastern time. I still haven't seen this one, and I've literally had no thought about going to see it, like zero. Yeah. I'm just gonna wait for it to, come in, on TV or whatever.
Dude, but that's another thing that you just brought up is in the month of its release, you got to remember there was Spider-Man Across the Universe, there was Transformers and Indiana Jones. Okay, all four came out like 1 week after the other. Yep.
So Keaton was cool. The trailer was flashy. That's about it. Yeah, I remember when the trailer came out. I even posted it. You go back.
Keaton was awesome, but I will say that if we got to go back to think about the movie, once Keaton showed up, it almost didn't even feel like a Flash movie.
Yeah.
Right? It took a turn. And I was more invested in Keaton than I was the Flash.
Some people might make fun, but the one movie that I'm actually looking forward to, and I've actually had some friends be like, of course you are, man, you're Latin, like of course you like it. Okay, first of all, I'm really pumped for Blue Beetle. Like can't wait for Blue Beetle. I think it's going to be fun. I'm going in it with zero expectations. Maybe I'm a little biased because he's Hispanic, because he's Mexican, so that has nothing to do with me, people. So know your facts. Latin, Hispanic, Spanish, it's different things, right? But I'm looking forward to that, man. I really think that might surprise a lot of people. Does it look corny? Yeah, but a lot of things look corny. So I don't know. Am I biased because it kind of looks like a blue Iron Man suit? Yeah, maybe, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna like it. I don't know if I should say this, but because I just said I work for DC Comics. Actually, I don't. Conditions and whatever apply. But there was a spoiler of somebody who dies in the movie. Did you know that? Like the director said this character dies. Did you know? Do you know?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Do you want to? Can we say it? Do you think we should say it?
If you want to,
I mean, the director said it, so
go for it.
George Lopez dies in the movie.
Yeah.
The guy literally, the director literally said, "Yeah, his journey comes to an end in the movie," and it's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, even if we knew, if we could picture that was going to happen, because at the end, at the end of the trailer, it actually shows where he comes to his family and his dad is not there. You kind of put two and two together, but dude, why would you even say that?
Like, I think, well, look, just to get back to Flash, I do want to say that, yes, I agree with Chip at 100%. Ezra did a great job, but when it comes to the actual movie, I don't feel like they did the multiverse thing right. I don't know. It almost felt redundant. It felt like, it's been done before, right? The average viewer feels like this has been done now with Spider-Man and so forth, everything happening multiverse related, but I spoke Michael Keaton, right? I mean, when Keaton came in, I felt like, I was more invested in that character. I wanted to know what was going on with Keaton. But when they did it with Marvel, you get, let's say, No Way Home, bring in Andrew Garfield, bring in Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
I feel like they executed that properly, where the main focus remained Tom Holland, Spider-Man. He was going through his shit, right? And I don't know. I just felt like it was done better. My 2 cents.
No, I mean, I haven't seen the movie, so I can't add. Big shout outs to J2. What's going on,
bro? Yo, I saw J2 killed it on Phil's Treehouse. I caught that, man.
Dude, he's one of my favorite people. Day oneers. He's always there. Him, Sith, like they're two people that I keep in high regards. In collectibles, this community, YouTube, whatever the case may be, they are up there. I really do appreciate them. So just want to give a big shout out there. But yeah, no, I haven't seen it, so I don't know. And again, I'm just gonna wait for it to come out on Netflix or Disney Plus. No, obviously I'm kidding. But I'm gonna just wait, man.
There's so many scenes that are I can't wait for you to watch it and just get your feedback, because even the graphics, the CGI itself, like,
dude, it's gonna be weird because I'm gonna be watching it like 2 years from now and being like, Newbie's rating like 2 out of 10, and people are gonna be like, this came out like 4 years ago. Like, what? Like, that's just how it's gonna come out. So I don't know. But like I said, DC, man, I don't know. I'm looking forward to Blue Beetle, and I think it's because at first I thought it was a joke, and then now I'm kind of like, you know what? I kind of dig it. I don't know. The soundtrack kind of had me going, just the concept, but we'll see. So, all right, man, we got to talk about this because of one reason and one reason only. So Haley Atwell wasn't happy with her role. If you guys read different articles, she had said that it was, really uncomfortable. It didn't really suit Peggy. Like, there's just a lot of things wrong with it. I truly think that she's done playing the part. Like, I put this up there not because like, oh yeah, she wasn't happy. Cool, who cares? But I was kind of looking at it from the standpoint of like, I know a few people that have her books. I know a few people that have her first appearance. I know a few people that have her first solo. I know a few people that have the 1 in 10. Like, a lot of people were counting on this character. I think she could be done. Like, I don't know. I'm a little worried, to be honest with you.
First things first, I gotta say she's one of the finest women in the MCU. I don't care what anyone says.
In the MCU,
yeah, dude, she's
world. What are you talking about? She's like in my top 10.
She's a babe, man. But dude, I can understand why she wasn't happy. But to add to what you were saying, I don't think she's done, because there are rumors that the Illuminati is going to be back within the MCU. So what we saw, maybe a different timeline. Illuminati,
but what form, right? Like, you got to remember that Illuminati that we saw in the movie is not really Illuminati that we're used to.
No,
right?
For sure. Obviously, it's not the Illuminati from comics, but it's I could see her coming back, man. I hope she does. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, she looks even better in Mission Impossible. I haven't watched it, so
I haven't seen it either. We were gonna go see it tonight, but then we chickened out. I had just found out that she was dating Tom Cruise, and she started dating him during the filming of Mission Impossible. Now they're like done. They broke up like 3-4 months ago or whatever. But that must have been uncomfortable. That's got to be uncomfortable. But yeah, good on you, Tom. Damn. Yeah. Mission Impossible 34 is struggling, so she will be back. I still got to watch 4. You know what? Maybe after this show, I'm gonna go watch Mission Impossible 4 because I haven't seen it yet.
Watch The Flash.
But I'm also But you know what? I'm also just started watching is the quarterback.
Yo, okay,
On
so
Netflix.
everyone's telling me that the quarterback is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, mind you, I hate all three. I mean, I like Mariota. I hate Patrick Mahomes. Fuck that. And Kirk Cousins. He kind of looks like a buddy of mine. He's dorky, but yeah, that's pretty
But
much.
dude, everyone's like hitting me up and they're like, it's the perfect fix for the offseason.
Oh, I know. Hey, dude, NFL is 21 days away from the Hall of Fame game between the Cleveland Browns and I think Jacksonville or something like that. It's like a shitty game, but yeah, that's the kickoff to football. So just 3 weeks, people, 3 weeks. 3 weeks, and then I'll relive the fact that Kansas City cheated and Philly should be the defending world champions.
Okay.
Anyway, biggest news coming out probably of the week is, Disney pulling back on Marvel, Star Wars content, pretty much everything they're pulling back. If you guys are into the sports, maybe a lot of you aren't, but, a lot of people got fired from ESPN. They've cut a lot of shows there. I don't know if there's a money move in terms of saving money, but yeah, since Bob Iger, kind of came in, it's been crazy. The people that he's actually let go have talked very nasty about him. I can't remember that chick's name, but she just got let go like not too long ago. She's been like going crazy about this. I'm a little worried, man, in terms of the fact that everything that they've kind of presented to us is going to be delayed even more.
Yeah.
The thing that I'm actually happy about is I'm actually happy if they actually slow the fuck down, because before COVID, and I say this all the time because I think people, forget how before COVID was collecting comics, movies, shows. One, collections were a little bit different. Collecting comics was a little bit different. Flipping was a little bit different. Movies, yeah, that was crazy. Shows, they weren't around. But here's the thing. Back before COVID, there was only like 3 movies a year. Iron Man 1 came out. You didn't get Iron Man like a year later. You got Iron Man like 2 years later, 3 years later sometimes. Like those Avengers movies, they came out like 2-3 years later. Like you couldn't, like the build up, the anticipation, it was there. I liked it. Too much of anything is always bad. Comics, women, money, drugs, alcohol, Kit Kat, tacos, whatever you say. I could eat 50 tacos. I love tacos. I could eat tacos all day. But guess what? I'm going to be in the shitter half my work shift. You know what I mean? So anything that's good also has that negative too. I think the fact that, COVID came and people just assumed, oh, they're sitting in front of their couches or their laptops. Let's just, throw all this stuff out there. And you see the quality. You see the products, because before COVID, everybody just loved everything. Everything. We didn't really rate it like shitty. I get people say, oh, Iron Man 3, but like, come on. So I'm kind of excited for that part. If they slow it down and just give us maybe like 2-3 things a year, I'm okay with that. But I get their principle and I get what they're trying to do with having one thing, a show or a movie every month. I get that. I just think like anything. Once it's, and I kind of relate it to music. And BC, I think you can kind of relate with this too, and maybe a lot of people in the chat, but it's like when you like a band. Blakk Keys, for example. I love Blakk Keys. If you don't know who Blakk Keys is, great albums, go check them out. Blakk Keys was great when they were underground and nobody knew them and this and that. And then you started telling your buddies and then they liked them and then they would tell buddies. And then all of a sudden they're on Saturday Night Live and, Jay Leno and this and that. And then they became a success and then they're everywhere, right? Mm-hmm. That's kind of what happened here, right? It was cool because it was like our nerdy thing and then it became mainstream. And I think that's the issue here. So I don't know. I'm okay with them pulling back, but I also think that the negative is maybe stars that have signed on to do a certain role. Maybe it's delayed. Maybe Fantastic Four we don't get in 2025. Maybe now we get it in 2028. Maybe, the Kang stuff. Maybe we get it in 2030. That's just kind of where I'm at with the negative. So I don't know if they're going to be able to attract maybe the star power to be like, okay, you're going to do one movie and then you're not going to do anything for like 4 or 5 years. So like, I don't know, but I'm on board.
So there's a lot to embrace that you just said. So first things first, I want to address the first thing you said, and I want to line myself up with the chat and say, bro, I disagree 1000%. Mahomes is a legend, bro, in the making. So
oh my
just
God.
Putting that out there. That's
I hope, you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, he's going to tear his ACL.
Stop it, man. Show some love, bro.
Yeah, Cincinnati's finally going to win the Super Bowl this year. I'm telling you right now. Yeah.
But anyways, dude, first off, Chip had kind of touched on it before in the chat, but this was mentioned earlier. So yes, this is just being, I guess, mentioned again. Um, expected, especially with the shakeups that have gone on within Disney, right? So, I mean, it only made sense. Now, quantity, quality. Obviously, people want quality. I do agree that maybe the amount of content that's come out, we've seen numbers decreasing on products. Look, Secret Invasion apparently is not doing as good as was expected, right?
Their budget, did you see their budget? 213 million US.
Yeah. But regardless, man, like I'm personally enjoying it. Maybe,
I love it. Yeah.
other people are just starting to tune out. And I agree with you when it comes to COVID. Yes, there was, more time to digest a lot of stuff. But we saw lesser things taking place within the pandemic. A lot of things got, pushed off. It is what it is. Thank God that shit's over. But now we have the strikes going on, so things will get delayed again. I do expect more things to change along the way. Maybe even we might even get some cancellations at this point, right?
I think so. Yeah.
It could happen. I'm not saying it will, but it could. It is a possibility that we have to face. When it comes to music, Noob, you brought up music. One thing I'll say is that majority of people, when it comes to bands, you fall in love with them. You fall in love with them, let's say in the early stage where it's about breakups and so forth. Then after they start a family, things start to change musically. They get into politics, things start to change musically. Right? All this to say that change is inevitable. And in this case, Star Wars, Marvel, I think it's okay, not putting out as much content, but I'm still happy with what we're getting now. I may be biased, right? Yes. 100%.
I forgot about her. Yeah, Chad. And by the way, Chad, where you been the last like 6 months, man? I feel like I'm lost without you, man. You haven't been in the chat, but welcome back, man. And
I
yeah,
don't know, but
Susie, 30 years there, and she's gone, man.
I love his profile picture. But yeah, man, like with all these changes, dude, it was inevitable. Change was gonna happen also when it comes to content, and it is what it is. Look, I'm okay as long as the quality's there. I am not complaining.
Yeah. I just think that, I think maybe, and there's nothing wrong with it, but I think that maybe they just over calculated or, there was something wrong with the equation where they thought maybe like, hey, okay, they're sitting in front of their TVs. Let's put out these shows and then everyone's going to fall in love with it. But it didn't, right? And I always talk about, and I know it's like, not even the same page in a way, but like, when I talk about DC and how I talk about Marvel and how I always bring up the story about, Aquaman, and people are like, well, if you look at the numbers, Aquaman was a success because of this. It's like, okay, but wait a second, because, my mom and her girlfriends went to go see Aquaman, not going to see it because it was a DC movie or a comic movie. It was just basically because they wanted to see Jason Momoa with his shirt off. You know what I mean?
Sure.
A lot of people went to Black Adam or didn't for the same reasons, because it's The Rock. So if you're a Rock fan, you'll go see it. If you're a DC fan, you'll go see it. So it didn't capture. And Marvel, same thing. I mean, yeah, people love Samuel L. Jackson, but I could see why a lot of people might be turned off by Secret Invasion, right?
So bro,
I totally get it.
I could tell you straight up, my father's time, right, when he was our age, what was the thing? It was gangster movies.
Oh
no, it was gangster movies,
Yep.
man. It was The Godfather, it was Goodfellas, it was all of the above. And look how many of those movies came out. Then, the phase was in, the phase came out. I think we're getting towards that phase where the average viewer is just kind of tuning out now, and you're just seeing the hardcore geeks continuing to support and watch. That's where we're at. So
I think in terms of comics, I know people are like a little scared because they're like, oh, my comics have gone down and they've gone down. I still think that there is a lower ceiling that a lot of books are going to still hit, whether it be at the end of summer, like here in Canada, let's be honest, right? And I don't know, because different states run different things. So I'm not necessarily talking to the Americans here, but Canada, I mean, they just raised the interest rate by a quarter percent. Like that will affect some people. Yeah, it's only a quarter, but that's going to affect some people. So if you got to put food on your table to feed your family, you're probably going to be selling some comics. You're probably not going to be, you could ask for 500, but if somebody's going to be offering you 300, you might take it. So I think there's going to be another ceiling, another fall when it comes to some of these comics. And I don't think a lot of people are expecting it. I think a lot of people think like, no, this is the bottom. I disagree. I also think there's going to be another crash where, people might fall out of it and then they'll come back maybe a few years later. But yeah, I think something's bound to happen. And I don't think it's happened yet. Yeah. So big shout outs to Mr. Hyper, man. You got to come on the show, man. It's been a while. You're going to lose. Like, you got to, there's a 6-month membership. You got to like renew it every 6 months. So yeah, you might have to renew it.
It's funny because Hyper actually hit me up. He's like, yo, I need to hit up Newbie because I miss hanging out. I'm like, do it. Just fucking do it.
Okay, so there's obviously you guys wouldn't know like the streets in my area, but I was on Bunting Road and Welland Ave. So if you're in the Niagara area and you know that, so Bunting Road and Welland Ave, there's a Popeyes, and I was at the light and I looked over and I go, fucking Hyper. And then he turned green. But like, that's the effect, right? We were talking all the time, and I know he's busy and things like that. So Hyper, you're always welcome on the show, man. So you let me know. Mr. Uni X is in here. The problem is everybody wants to be a critic and give scores instead of just watching and enjoying. 100%. And that's why I go into certain things with, I always say, zero expectations. It's better just to go with zero expectations. Marvel, DC, it don't matter, than to overthink. That's why when people start talking about all this character showing up and this character showing up and these two are fighting, it's like Deadpool 3, let it just happen. I don't care. So people will be upset when they stop making content. 100%. I like quality over quantity. Right now, Disney is doing the opposite. Poor quality and more shows. Yeah, 100%. All right, man. Well, with that, let's get into it, man. And I didn't put your rating, so I do apologize. I love you. Don't take it personally. But I gave it a 7 out of 10. What did you give it?
Dude, look, I'll be honest with you, okay? I can't stand grading individual episodes. It bothers me because then things change, right? You go back to watch, let's say, the next episode, it would impact how you feel about the previous one. But overall, man, I thought episode 4 was really good. I would put it higher than the 7. I'm comfortable at an 8, man. I think I'm comfortable there. A lot unfolded. We finally got the action I told you we were gonna get.
Barely, but yeah, no, I get you. Yeah.
But yeah, man, dude. Gaia.
Okay, well, let's take baby steps here. What did you like of this episode, and what did you dislike?
I like the story development, man. I like how Rhodey now is starting to be a complete piece of shit. I liked it. I love it, dude. And I'm just with that little teaser we got today. I'm pumped to see now episode 5 and 6 how this plays out. It's gonna lead up into Armor Wars and so forth. So, I talk with Chiapet a lot, man. I know he's in the chat, and he actually brought up a theory that just fucking blew my mind. And I'm like,
can you share? Do you want to share? Is like cool or?
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. I really think that the real Rhodey is still alive and probably got scooped up by the Skrulls when he fell from the sky, right? At that point, once he was injured, they probably swapped out at that point, and then he probably doesn't even know to this point that Iron Man's dead, right? Because he's probably captured wherever the hell he's captured, and I think Armor Wars is going to be him making sure that nobody gets his best friend's armor. And
you had talked about that, so yeah, I do remember the conversation actually. Yeah,
dude, there's many theories, but I think that was solid and it seems plausible.
Yeah, I agree. I think at the end, probably I don't think he has a role in the sense of like being actual Rhodey in the episode. I think at the end they just find that room where everybody is and they kind of free them or whatever, or maybe the end credit. But again, Skrulls are going to be throughout the MCU from here on out, so who knows who's who. It's going to be interesting. I agree with that one. My bold prediction for this is the fact that I think Emily Clark, Gaia, is going to end up hating Fury. I don't think that they're going to get along because even in the trailer that they dropped today, like the last thing before like the end of the trailer was Fury, you're out of moves, and then like that's it. So I could totally see that being like at the end. There's also that scene where he goes, I need to know what side you're on, like I think that's directed to her. So I think that could be something.
For sure, that's very possible. Within the chat, though, I saw Chia Pet say something. I think, Secret Wars. So in Secret Wars, it was Rhodey who was wearing Iron Man armor going into Secret Wars in the 80s run, right? So it almost seems like the perfect setup for that. Now, you were talking for this episode and the teasers that we got. The teasers, yes, I agree with you, man. Maybe he's talking to Gaia at that point.
Because he doesn't have any allies that like it would make sense for him to say that to, right? Like Talos is dead. Who else is he really talking to? It's not going to be the character that's played by Olivia Colman. I don't think she's going to be on the front trenches of that. And we also get the fact that like she's driving him to wherever he's going to pick up his weapons and stuff like that. So I don't necessarily think that she's the bad guy or she would turn on him, because she could have already killed him multiple times with how close they've been. So I think,
dude, I think the show's doing a great job setting up what's to come for the future of the MCU, man. Like certain characters, right? So you've got example Rhodey with Armor Wars, Abigail Brand, so forth. There's tons of stuff coming out of this
and Swag. No, I see Uncanny Swag's comment, spaceship, where's real Rhodey? I think he's just like, where they have the humans and they have them like whatever. I think that's where he is. I think he's there, but like somewhere else. Remember, in this trailer, and even the first trailers that they actually dropped for this series, they had that scene where they're going down and like it seems like they're like laying down in these pods where they're making super scrolls. So who knows? Now, here's the thing. I want to ask you. Do you think Rhodey's a super scroll? Like the scroll that's being Rhodey. Do you think it's a super scroll?
I don't know, because when we got that teaser today, it seemed like there was a bigger scroll there. So,
okay, because correct me if I'm wrong, okay? And I don't want to get weird here, but when Rhodey comes out of the shower, right, and he's as a scroll, it seems to me like that's a female. And then even when he puts the towel, he kind of puts it like a female would to cover her breast. Like it's not like a total like dude that would just whatever. Like I kind of caught that, and I'm like, is it a female? Like I
didn't catch that.
Yeah, go back and maybe watch it, or in the chat, maybe somebody. But like I thought that, okay, what if it's a female? Like I don't know.
It's Rhodey. That's what it is. That's what we learned.
So, and I will say this: I was a little surprised that Fury left Talos like that.
Well, dude, the way he did leave him, it was in battle, man, and unfortunately, some things happen within battle, right? You might lose your brother right there. So
I know, but now you're like, when the fight is over in news and media, they're gonna find an alien, right?
Well, dude, forget the fact that they're gonna find an alien. First of all, the bombing within episode 1 is national news, right? You saw some American broadcasters talking. You saw everybody talking. So the question is, where are the Avengers? Where's the heroes? Why are they not showing up? Did Nick Fury say something? Did he tell them, please don't come in? Because, right, he doesn't want Skrulls and them
keeps talking about that. He keeps talking about that.
That's what I'm saying. So we'll see how this ends, man.
We'll see. Yeah, and I think with Cheetah Pet is right. Yeah, I think it's Gravik. He's the main draw here. Yeah. So yeah, I could definitely see him. But do you think we see Super Skrull in this or no?
I hope so, man. It would be awesome. But again, I want Fantastic Four involved if that's the case.
Yeah, I think it's a good transition. But again, I don't think we're gonna get Fantastic Four anytime soon. So the president's life's more important. Also, big shout out to Fury, because this is supposed to take present time, and he's driving around in like a 1998 Range Rover. Like, dude, come on! Like, you didn't disappear for like 20 years. You disappeared for like 5 or 6. So
yeah, but he's got a lot of secret places with secret items. You saw him scan his eye, and then he gets the gun from that little thing. That was cool.
Yeah. Well, our brother couldn't join us, Mr. Rocksteady, but here's his credentials. So make sure you guys go follow him on Instagram at Rocksteady Collectibles, and go check out his YouTube channel at Rocksteady Collectibles. It's very simple. These numbers are a little low because these pictures were taken a little while ago, but yeah, make sure to go follow him, sub him up. If you're looking to finally meet him, He's going to be a Terrificon with myself and Wesley and a bunch of other guys. So make sure to check him out. And yeah, Justin is saying definitely a female. Yeah. See, I knew it because I thought it was weird because I've never seen a movie, just it was weird. I've always seen girls do that. So I just, it's got to be. So
But I guess that's why he's snappy.
Called Riva. It's called from the comics also. Yeah, there you go. So it's going to be interesting. And of course, BC, thank you so much, man. But let the people know where they can find you.
Yeah, buddy. So go check out my YouTube channel, Blakk Crown Comics. I actually got the Butcher from Pressable Defects hopping on this Sunday. So this is the last show before Terrificon with Terrificon guests. And Butcher says he's got some stuff he wants to talk about, man. There's a lot to talk about. So I'm excited about that. Currently sitting at 180 subscribers, only 8 episodes in. We're doing pretty good. But guys, let's get that to 200. So sub up and come hang out, man. Every Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern time.
And when Mr. Blakk Crown gets to 1,000, I am going to be donating and giving away an NBA 2022-2023 Blaster Prism box. Yes, you heard it here first. I'm going to give away I'm going to give away some books when you reach it, man. But yeah, 180 subscribers. Let's get them to 200. I think you wanted to do a giveaway at 250.
Yeah, we'll do a nice little giveaway.
So we'll do that. Count me in. I'm in for that, brother. So wishing you all the success. Have fun. I had a lot of fun when I was on it 2 weeks ago. Justin reminded me today, or he reminded all of us, that his episode with you got more views than me. So
you did. You got
80. So I'm going to just get everybody in the chat to go watch the episode that I did with BC. I would appreciate it. And that's pretty much it, man. Thanks for hanging out on Monday. It feels weird because now I'm thinking okay, it's the end of the show. I can't wait for New Comic Book Day tomorrow, but I still got to wait 2 days. So
yep. Justin, I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, there we go. Justin, I appreciate you hanging out and subbing up. Any last words, man, before you take off? Anything you're excited for this week?
Yes, sir, dude. We've got New Comic Book Day and we got San Diego Comic-Con coming this weekend. Friday, there's going to be the announcement of who the new Punisher is going to be within comics. A lot of people, taking some cool guesses. I actually made a little post, so feel free to go and guess on there. But yeah, man, I'm actually excited. Now, San Diego Comic-Con, clearly with the writer strike and everything going on with all this, dude, it's nuts. The AI stuff absolutely blew my mind. But yeah, man, San Diego Comic-Con is not gonna have too many big things going on guest related, right? No big announcements, but comic wise, it's neat to see. So I'm definitely pumped for it. Yeah. The news, at least, to see what news comes out.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. With that, just remember, people, AI is probably going to take over this planet in about 5 years. With that, I will say there is a new trailer that I just found out. I think it was on comicbook.com. I think I had sent it to you and a few people, but Denzel Washington's son is the character, but it has to do with AI taking over the world and AI versus humans. And it's actually pretty good concept. There's obviously a child in it. That's like the big thing, right? The child is the key to everything. She's like half human, half AI. So it's a pretty dope trailer. Like I probably watched like 3 or 4 times. It was that good. So I can't wait for it. So yeah. But yeah, with that, man, enjoy New Comic Book Day. Don't spoil Secret Invasion on Wednesday. And 11 days or 10 days until Terrificon. So I can't wait. Other than that, man, anything you have to say before we go?
Have yourselves a great night. I just saw another guy subbed up, Zach. Greatly appreciate it, bro. So shout out to everybody in the chat being part of the show with us tonight. We love you guys.
Dude. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, we love you guys.
All right. Canada is out.